Hey, it's Madison Chase, and it's yes or no. It's your entertainment source or news option. Today, we're going to do a recap of Ellen Degeneres versus Titi Pierce. But before we jump in, I want you guys to say, hey, Steph Z.
What's up? How you doing? Thanks for joining us again. And yes, like Madison said, as these stories come up, sometimes there's more and more details that you learn a couple days later. So we just wanted to update you with what we found and give you some thoughts about it.
Okay, so I'm reading this. I'm going to actually put the link in the box below. So the story happened originally in February. She did a segment called What's Wrong with These Ads and These Signs. And right after Ellen showed a picture of Titi Pierce's name, she showed a picture of a place called the Nipple Convalescent Home. She put up a picture of a home for sale sign featuring a real estate agent from Georgia named Titi Pierce, which is funny because Pierce nipples, truly some boundary pushing comedy. However, one person wasn't laughing, and that person was Titi Pierce herself. I do know she sent a cease and assist letter, cease and desist, I think that's what it's called, and February, and then she asked them to,
it's called a cease and desist.
Yeah, assist, okay.
Cease and desist. Yeah.
Desist, right? Yeah, it's desist. That's what I said, right? Yeah, okay. So I think she sent that in February, but then they aired it again in April. And here's the thing that I didn't really consider after reading her story, Steph. I didn't consider, like, you and I are both kind of around entertainment. So for us, it'd be amazing. And we both want to be on Ellen DeGeneres' show. If it were me, I'd be like, yes, Ellen's amazing. He make fun of me, but do it in person. But I didn't really consider after reading this actual article that she was a private person. She's very private. So I think to have her name and her number out, and I think she works for Coldwell Bankers. It says, okay, I got the article. Say it again, Steph.
It's Coldwell Banker.
Mm-hmm. So I think, you know, if you're someone that's worked in a professional environment and you have no aspirations to be on television, be in entertainment whatsoever, this could be a little offensive. And so I think in my prior statement, I said that she should get paid. But I think considering that she's completely opposite of me and she's not working in entertainment or around entertainment, or working with celebrity, you know, clients that I train, that she may not want to have anything to do with Ellen, and you know, it may not have anything to do with her actually getting paid. And another thing that I forgot to add was that Titi actually means flower she's Nigerian. I think her mom is Nigerian, so it has some sentimental value. So for someone to make some fun of your name, especially when your mom, especially if you were, I'm close to my mom, so I can't imagine somebody making fun of something that my mom gave me or some family member that I love dearly. So yeah, I think I might have to reconsider whether or not she should continue with her lawsuit. So Steph, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts, the only thing that's changed in my thoughts was the fact that one of the recent facts, I believe you said, or I'm not sure if you said, but we read earlier, was that this was the second time that it aired, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the only thing, I still think that no matter who you, like, we're all private in our own way. It's not like anything is being exposed. What's being exposed is her name, which she says whenever she meets people. And again, I could be wrong, but I feel as if the fact that it was on there twice, that to me is a hop, skip, and a jump over the line. Like, if it's on there once, it's all, and she finds out and she's like, hey, yeah, that wasn't cool, I'm pissed about it. And then they do it again. That's poor.
Yeah, I think it's a poor taste in, like, no, we make more money. This is a big show. Ellen's a bigger name, and we don't care how you feel. The joke is funny. Yeah, and then knowing that her mom and what it means in, you know, because she's Nigerian, it means flower. So, and I think too, and I think probably when we first talked about it, I know because we live in the United States, and the United States can sometimes be very arrogant when it comes to things that are not American, that we tend to make fun of them because culturally we're used to stuff in the United States. So we don't know about other cultures. And if you live in an environment where you're not mixing with a diverse group of people like New York City, where they have a melting pot of different cultures, that, you know, making fun of someone's name, you know, could be just as insulting as, you know, calling someone a derogatory name, you know, because you're making fun of the name. So yeah, I would have to change my yes or no and say that she should probably go ahead and continue with the lawsuit, and she probably won't be on the show. That was just me and you, possibly, because we like Ellen. But considering that she's a completely different person, like my best friend that still lives in Oklahoma, she's completely different. Like, she wants nothing to do with entertainment. So best of luck to you, Titi, and I hope things work out for you. And my apologies for making fun of your name, even in the slightest, because no disrespect at all. So best of luck to you, Titi. And Ellen, maybe you'll, you know, consider twice about, you know, making fun of someone's name and making a public spectacle of something that could be considered so very personal to someone who wants nothing to do with entertainment. Steph, any final thoughts?
Yeah, my final thoughts to that, I feel like it's more so, you know, like I said, it's just if this was brought to the producer's attention, and again, like, I'm a big Ellen fan. I'm not trying to say that, I'm not trying to make excuses for her, but in the same sense, it's not necessarily her job to do that. I feel like there's a team of people, and that's why Titi is suing the producers of the show and not just Ellen. If you read like the fine print, that's what the lawsuit says. So I feel as if, you know, someone somewhere dropped the ball and should have known that this was going on air twice. You know, one time it can be, you know, looked at as we're so sorry, we didn't think you'd be offended, so blah, 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 blah. But when you do it twice, it's, you kind of lose that. But that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, and I think when we talked about the story the first time, it was, you know, I mentioned that it was very reminiscent of Juliana Rancic and Zendaya and her locks in the comment. She didn't actually, she was just reading the teleprompter, but she ended up losing her job because of the comment, which I think it definitely wasn't fair, because she was only reading what someone wrote. And I think when you're dealing with live television, yeah, and again, it's that cultural boundary sometimes that we tend to cross in television, where we don't know some things that are offensive to people of color because you may not really hang around them on a regular basis. So best of luck to you, Titi, and I hope the lawsuit goes well, and I hope you get some kind of redemption for your loss and embarrassment. And my apologies to you, because I didn't consider that it's a possibility that you don't want to be on television. You don't want to go on the Ellen Show. So I'm Madison Chase, and this is It's Yes or No. It's your entertainment source and news option. And my social media, my YouTube page is One Mad Chase, and my media website is Madison Chase Media, and my Twitter is Madison Chase Fit. So definitely make sure you like and subscribe, and I'm gonna put the I button, I think it's on this side, but I'm actually just gonna link it to the video that we did our first time when we talked about this story, so you guys could check that out. And make sure you leave comments and like it. Steph, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at IAMSTEFZ. My YouTube page is StephZTV. And no hard feelings, TD. We just, you know, we just thought it was funny. If you don't think it's funny, it's not funny to you, and that's okay.
I agree. And my Instagram too is One Madison Chase. So thank you guys for watching, liking, and always leaving great, insightful, positive, encouraging compliments and comments. We definitely appreciate it. And this is really just a platform for you to voice your opinions and your thoughts in a positive way so that we could eventually, hopefully, get to some kind of healing and some laughter. So thank you guys for watching. Bye, Steph.
Bye.